Okay, this is Miss Griffin, and what we're going to do for the writing, I'm going to scroll down and I'm going to click on reading groups is where I'm going. Okay, you have a student practice assignment to do. Just like we did yesterday that I modeled two examples for you. One where I did the snow bears, which was a version of Goldilocks and the Three Bears. And then I also did the one about the daddy shaving, the reed work story. So here are the directions. Write a paragraph about either the grandfather or Francisco's point of view about being honest. Is your opinion the same or different? Okay. So I'm going to model an example. And then what you can do, you can either listen to the story or read the picture book that I have in the links, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. I don't want the video to be too long though. All right, so this is your reader's notebook. You can type your name in the box up there. Okay, remember you have to read 11 or more books or articles, and I'll show you where those will be going. You will be describing the character's point of view using text evidence to support your thinking, then explain how your point of view is similar or different from that of the character. So yesterday I modeled this one about the three snow bears. Okay, when Aluki glances up from fishing and sees her sled dogs floating off on an ice floe, and that's a piece of ice, she races after them. She comes upon an igloo with no one home and goes inside. Turns out the polar bear family who lives there is out walking while their breakfast cools off. Aluki eats some soup, tries on their boots, and finally crawls into the smallest bed for a nap. Meanwhile, Papa, Mama, and Baby Bear see her dogs adrift. Okay, they are adrift. They are out in the ocean, and they swim out to rescue them and return home to find Aluki fast asleep in Baby Bear's bed. Okay, so here's my teacher model. I used my sentence starters here, and it started off with I read the fiction book blank. So I had to fill in the name of the story, which was The Three Snow Bears, put my period at the end. Then I had to write a sentence about the character's point of view about breaking and entering. So I wrote, Aluki thinks going into someone's home when they are not there is okay. It's fine. Or I could have said she thinks that it's legal. Okay, that it's okay to do. And then I give text evidence by saying, I know this because blank. I know this because in the text it says she just went into the igloo and ate Baby Bear soup, wore his boots, and slept in his bed. That text evidence is highlighted right here. She comes upon an igloo, nobody's home, she goes in. She doesn't even knock on the door. She goes in, she messes with their property, eating their soup, trying on the boots, and getting in the bed. And then she doesn't even leave. When they come home, they find her in the bed, fast asleep. Okay? So I kind of feel like she doesn't even care. Then you have to give your opinion whether or not it's similar or different from the character. So Aluki believes it's okay to go into somebody's house when they're not there. I put that this is different from my opinion because I think it is against the law to enter someone's home when they are not present. This impacts how I read the story because blank, because I want to see how the bears react when they get back home. And then my concluding sentence, clearly the character Aluki and I have different points of view about entering someone's property. And that's the end of that. Now today, you're going to listen to the story, A Day's Work by Eve Bunting. You either can pull up the red link here and you can read it. Okay. This is a story that was read aloud yesterday through YouTube. Okay. But I put it in here because this is good practice for reading, and you can put this on your reading log if you read the book. Okay. But remember, this is a story about Francisco and his grandfather. His grandfather has come from Mexico, and he doesn't understand English, but they need money. So Francisco, he um he goes with his granddad on a Saturday to get work. Okay, but he lies about it, saying that his grandfather is an excellent gardener when he wasn't. Okay, grandfather was a great carpenter. Okay, knew how to build things with wood, but not a very good gardener. Okay, so you also can listen to the story by clicking on the blue link. I don't want to tell all of it, but in the end, the little boy Francisco, he learns a lesson about being honest and truthful. So you can either read the story from the red link or you can listen to it from the blue link. Okay, and what you're going to do, you are going to fill in these sentence starters here. I listened to the fiction story. Okay, put your cursor right there and you can use your microphone to speak the answers in there. I listened to the fiction story, and the name of the story was A Day's Work. Okay, so I can hit my microphone here. A Day's Work. And see how it types it in there. Now, the one thing it won't do is do capitalization and punctuation. I listened to the fiction story, A Day's Work. So this needs to be capital letters here. And then you can put your period. Okay. I'm not going to do the rest. The name of the character, you either can you can either plug in here, you can highlight it, you either can put Francisco's grandfather or Francisco, and the name of the character, okay, blank, Francisco's point of view about lying is blank. Okay, I know this because in the text it says, give me some text evidence. Okay, what did he do? And then fill in this sentence starter. This is similar or different to my own opinion about. So you need to take one of these words out. If it's similar, you can leave similar. If it's different, you can leave different. But take one of them out depending on which one you choose. Okay, that's why I highlighted it in bold print. This impacts how I read the story because fill in the blank and then your final sentence clearly. Okay, tell me the name of the character. Clearly, the name of the character and I. Okay, tell me whether or not you and the character have the same point of view and why. And that's how you do that. So I'm going to stop sharing the video now. And I hope this information helps.